Like, is Deadpool Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds really Deadpool? Are they really the same person? Is it an actor and a character? Or is Ryan Reynolds really just Deadpool? There's your deep thought for the day. Hey, what's up? It's James. I just got out of an advanced screening of the brand new Deadpool 2 movie, Deadpool. I think it's the second coming. I don't know if that's the actual subtitle or if that's just them being cheeky and doing a little play on words with the second coming also relating to ejaculate. All right, I hope you're paying attention because this is your fucking spoiler alert. There will be spoilers in this review. I'm gonna talk about things that happen in the plot. Shit, I'm gonna talk about things that happen in other movies that relate to this movie that might spoil that movie for you. So if you don't want any spoilers, or if you're a crybaby bitch, can't handle the spoilers, maybe hit pause on this video, go to the movies, see Deadpool 2, come back, hit play, and resume this review. All right, Deadpool 2 picks up right where Deadpool 1 left off. Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, aka Ryan Reynolds. He started a life with his girlfriend. It's played by that chick, I believe, is on Gotham. Used to be the medical examiner. Well, that chick, he's trying to start a life with her. The movie starts off with him just doing normal, regular, everyday Deadpool stuff. Killing people, fucking chopping off heads, lopping off arms, that type of shit. Deadpool gets home from a hard day at work. It's their anniversary. They exchange gifts. Hers is her IUD. She's got the baby chamber open for business. So now they want to try to start a family. Wouldn't you know it, tragedy is about to strike. Immediately after she reveals that the baby maker is now open for business, a bunch of thugs bust into Deadpool's apartment and she ends up getting shot. So now Deadpool is devastated, suicidal, lost the will to live. He no longer wants to live. But unfortunately, he's got that power to where he can't die. So he ends up blowing himself in a bunch of little pieces. And who comes to his rescue? Colossus! That's right, Colossus comes to his apartment. He picks up all the little pieces of Wade Wilson, throws them in a bag, and he carries them back to Professor X's mansion where the X-Men live. Colossus is trying to get him to join the X-Men or become an X-Men, and you know, Deadpool doesn't want it. He doesn't want to be an X-Men. He thinks Colossus is lame, but I think deep down inside he's really got a thing for him. He's got the hots for Colossus, but he doesn't want to admit it to himself. Deadpool ends up tagging along on an X-Men call with Colossus and that Negasonic teenage chick, a mutant child. He lives in this mutant orphanage. And he's outside this orphanage. He's threatening to hurt people. He's threatening to hurt the mutant police. And so they called in the X-Men to try to get this kid into custody. So once they arrive, Deadpool leaps into action. He ends up stopping this kid from hurting people and gets the kid into custody. They subdue this kid's powers by putting this collar on this kid's neck. So now, don't forget, Deadpool's suicidal. He wants to die. But what's keeping him alive are his powers. He's like, if I get this collar on, maybe I can die as well. Deadpool, he realizes that this kid might be suffering some kind of abuse at the hands of the people that work at this mutant orphanage. He wants to get the collar on him. He takes out a gun and he smokes like 3 or 4 of the people that work at the orphanage. So now he's being arrested, he is taken into custody, and he's getting that collar thrown on him as well. So now Deadpool and this kid are in this mutant prison. Deadpool's really sick, he's dying, he's got cancer growing in him. He's happy though. He's happy, he's finally gonna die, he'll be at peace, he'll be reunited with his girl. That's what he wants. And this kid's trying to come up with plans for how him and Deadpool are gonna rule the prison. And Deadpool's like, man, I don't want to be your friend. I just want to die. Go find somebody bigger and stronger than me and be friends with them. And that's how you'll survive here in this jail. In the future, there's a guy named Cable. I believe he's the son of Cyclops and Jean Grey from the X-Men. He's in the future. He's time traveling to the past. He wants to kill this kid that Deadpool just helped get arrested because this kid in the future actually kills his wife and his daughter. Cable shows up, he fucking blows a whole big hole in the fucking prison. He's here to fuck some shit up. He wants to murder this kid, and Deadpool's trying to protect him. So Deadpool grew up with a shitty childhood. He feels for this kid, so he wants to try to help save this kid. He does his best to protect this kid from Cable. In the process of protecting the kid, he ends up kind of dying. Like, he almost dies, but not completely dies. He ends up getting his neck snapped, but when the neck snapped, it also broke his collar. He's got his mutant abilities back, or his superpowers, whatever the fuck they want to refer to whatever Deadpool has. During the time when he was pseudo-dead, he had a moment where he reconnected with his girlfriend on the other side, on the great beyond, and she told him his heart's not in the right place yet. He's not ready to be with her. So he takes this as he needs to protect this kid. He found a new purpose in life. It's to protect this kid, save him from Cable. So now he's got a mission. He wants to assemble a whole new group of superheroes to fight against Cable and save this kid. And that's when he starts to build the X-Force. So that's pretty much the rest of the movie. It's Deadpool and Cable trying to stop each other. They're fighting all the time until they discover a much larger, much more super secret evil person that they have to join forces and fight. And this is like probably one of the secrets of the movie that Ryan Reynolds wants to fight people for spoiling. So I'm not gonna say this enemy's name, but
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
That might be a clue. So they end up having to reunite and fight that other enemy. Some of the people you'll recognize from the first Deadpool, the Indian cab driver, he's pretty much Deadpool's chauffeur. You know, TJ Miller, very funny stand-up comedian, recently turned nut job character that runs like that bar where all the fucking mercenaries hang out. He's back. Blind black woman, she's back. Some of the new characters that get brought in. Cable, he's like a fucking time traveler dude. He's almost like a Winter Soldier from the future, but with a laser eye. He's got a metal arm, and it looks like part of his body might be made out of metal. He's got all these cool, crazy, futuristic gadgets. But Josh Brolin plays Cable. It's crazy that Josh Brolin gets to be two Marvel characters within the same month or so. You might remember Josh Brolin as the guy who played Thanos, you know, the supervillain that blew half of your favorite Avengers away into dust. Domino's a very cool character. She's a chick. Her like superpower is she's just very lucky, and I really like how they incorporated her character because it was interesting to see how luck would play a part. Shatterstar, he's one of the X-Force members. There's a few actors that you might not know are going to be in this movie. Terry Crews is there. He plays an X-Force member called Bedlam. That Skarsgård guy, I don't know if it's Billy, Benny, Andrew, I don't know. The guy who played It. He's got a small role. There's a crazy funny cameo from Brad Pitt. Yes, that's right, you heard it. Brad Pitt is in fucking Deadpool 2. Don't blink, you might miss it. Rob Delaney, the stand-up comedian. Rob Delaney is in it, yes. He plays Pete. He is actually a member of X-Force. Pete is very concerned with melanoma, and he's one of the best skydivers in the film. Of course, every Marvel movie has a cameo from Stan Lee. He doesn't have like a traditional cameo where he plays some weird blubbering old man. They do include Stan Lee in this movie. Now, overall, I think the movie was good. They did a great job with it. Just like in the first one, this movie's got tons of action, lots of violence, gunfights, sword fights, people getting stabbed. Everything that you liked from Deadpool 1, they included in Deadpool 2. This movie earned the R rating the hard way. I'm talking violence, gore, language, you name it. If it gives you an R rating, it is in this movie. You see decapitations, arms cut off, legs cut off, various limbs severed. You see body parts get burned off by acid. You see people getting killed with chainsaws, getting thrown into a wood chipper. You see Deadpool break his own arm to wrap around someone's neck and choke them out with a fucking broken arm. It's really funny. There's a lot of jokes. Sometimes maybe even too many jokes. If you're gonna break this movie down into like a pie chart for what genre of movie this flick would fall into, I'd say there's like a 60-40-10 split. So 60% comedy, 40% superhero, 10% just actual spoof. Like 10% of the movie I felt like I was watching like not another teen spoof movie or superhero movie and not watching like a Deadpool comic movie. It's more of a comedy movie with some superhero elements. Personally, the first Deadpool was better. You know, Deadpool always breaks that fourth wall. He's always talking to the audience, making jokes about things that are happening in our current world, not stuff that might relate to any of the Marvel universe. And it's funny to a point, but sometimes I feel like it got to be too much. You want to shake Deadpool and be like, hey, we get it. You're a funny, witty, smart-ass mercenary. I just want to see you be that superhero that you are. Cut some fucking heads off and save the day, and I'm not looking for that many laughs. One of my fucking favorite moments in the movie. Deadpool is in Professor Xavier's mansion, bitching about how the X-Men are never there, and what do? They cut to a shot where you see over Deadpool's shoulder all the X-Men that he's bitching about not being there are in a room hanging out, and they slowly, quickly, and quietly close the door so that he doesn't realize that they're there. And I thought that was hilarious. They turned it up to 11 with the inappropriate humor. There's jokes in this movie about diddling kids, prison sex. There's so much inappropriate humor in this movie. It's like Ryan Reynolds himself whipped out his cock and slapped the movie right in the face with it. One of the things I love about the Deadpool movie is they make fun of everything, including themselves. Ryan Reynolds makes jokes about himself, movies he's been in, things that he's done in the past. They take a lot of shots at Hugh Jackman and Wolverine. They take shots at DC Comics. They're not scared to fucking make fun of anybody. Make sure you stick around after the credits. There is some funny cutscenes that take place. And if you think it's worth it to stick around to the very, very end of the credits, there's no cutscene, but I'd say like the last 20 seconds or so, there's a funny holy shitball song or something like that. There's nothing else at the very, very end of the credits. Overall, great movie. If you were a fan of the first Deadpool movie, then go out and see this one. Don't even waste your time waiting. You're gonna want to see it. Feel like it's the first Deadpool on meth. So let me know what you thought of the movie. Did it live up to everything you thought it would? What was the grossest or craziest violent scene in the movie for you? Leave a comment down below. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for this Redlight review of Deadpool 2. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Sharing is caring. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can do so by clicking right here. See my face? Click right on my face. It's gonna subscribe you to my channel. And if you turn on notifications, guess what? That's right. You'll be notified as soon as I post a new Redlight review.